need gas. Let's get it. So what's going on, Gas Gang? Today we are back with an absolutely legendary video. Just look behind me. We have got the UK's first ZF8 speed swapped Mark IV Toyota Supra. Guys, this bad boy is running around 700 brake and it's gonna be sick. So stay tuned and let's get it. BK, welcome to the channel, brother.
Thanks for having me, mate.
Bro, my pleasure. Keeping it masked up today, yeah?
Safety first.
Good man, but listen, you have brought down an absolute unique beast here. We're calling this the UK's first ZF8 speed swapped Toyota Supra Mark IV, right?
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about what has went on here and why you've done this.
So this is a 2JZ GT ZF8 conversion. It's running about 700 brake. It was originally an NA Auto and I wanted to put more power on it, so like most owners we reach a limit with the gearbox. I was going to put a V160 in but decided to do something a bit different with the help of WHIFBITZ and here we are.
Also, we've been throwing around the word ZF8 speed. There's a lot of people who don't know what a ZF8 speed gearbox is. Do you want to kind of break that down a little bit?
Yeah, sure. It's a torque converter gearbox. They've come a long way. If you think that the original Auto when this was a 4-speed, they've now managed to take that up to 8. So as you say, it changes the ratios of the car so you can keep it in boost all the time. Yeah. The DCT is not quite up my street, but it works for a lot of people. Yep. But again, we thought we'd do something different and see what the modern day Auto can do with the legendary engine. Really. Yeah,
exactly. New school meets old school. You've got paddles, you've got it on the paddles and everything set up. What's controlling the gearbox? What basically is seeing that tuned?
So this is with the TCU by Turbo Lamit. They're based over in Poland. Most people use a rival box, which I won't mention. But yeah, I mean, it's been incredible. Just out of the box, it's been comparable to a stock factory ZF that you'll probably see in your A90 or in my A90 or in a lot of these BMWs these days. So yeah, it's great. I can't speak highly enough of them. Yeah,
wicked. And also, is that then kind of piggybacked off, because this is on Civex, right?
Yeah, this is on the Civex S7 Plus. You don't actually need a standalone ECU with a turbo Lamit.
No way.
But because we wanted other parts of the build, traction control and various different maps on it, it just made sense to go all out with the Civex.
Yeah. And let's talk a little bit more about the engine build itself now. What's it taken to get it to the 700 brake horsepower?
So it's a brand new GT bottom end from Toyota. It's a VVTi head. We've got the 269 cams in there. We've got the 1000cc fuel injectors. Got brand new, as you can see, intake. And then of course we've got the 6266 turbo. It's a twin wastegate setup. Okay. So it's a twin scroll kind of manifold.
Got ya.
And that kind of keeps the turbo spooled nicely, and yeah, it's a low spooling street car, this one.
Yeah, and that's what you want, Now, it's actually quite interesting because it is running kind of, it's almost, this car's almost a nod to the A90 Supra. We were talking about it off camera, right? So we've got the ZF8 speed in the A90 Supra, now you've got it in the A80. But also the turbo setup is similar, right?
Yeah,
in a respect?
Yeah, it's relatively similar. It's a twin scroll setup, so yeah, it just, when you drive it, you'll be in a position to see that it kind of, it's very nice, stays on boost all the time. That's kind of what I wanted. Wicked.
And you mentioned it is built and tuned by the legends that are Gareth WHIFBITZ?
Correct. WHIFBITZ, that's Paul and Dan over there. They've been great about the whole build, and they're real kind of experts and masters of what they do. Yeah. And again, as you know, you want to really go with someone who knows what they're doing and got a track record and stuff. Yeah. So for me, they were the perfect guys for this job.
Now, when it comes to the drivetrain, the rear end, you did say you've got an LSD on this?
Yeah, OS Geiken LSD. It was built with a final drive 3.2 just to kind of lengthen the gears out.
Got you.
But yeah, again, I feel like the whole setup of the car works perfectly for a street car, as hopefully you'll see later on.
Yeah, no problem. Tell us a little bit about some of the styling modifications on the outside.
Yeah, so we were looking at a kind of OEM plus look. I wanted it to have a sporty kind of track feel to it. So we went and got the Solid and Joker bumper directly from Varis, Japan, with all the carbon underparts. The same with the side skirts.
Yeah.
There's only a very few of these made in the world, and this is an original one.
Wow.
And yeah, as soon as I saw the kit, I just fell in love with it.
Yeah,
and that was the one I wanted. I don't like things that are too heavily modified. I think Supra's lines are nice as it comes.
Of course, and I think you've done just right there. And then looking at the wheels, brakes and suspension now, you've got a nice brake setup. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so there's K-Sport 6-pot front and back. We went with the KW V3 coilovers, BC forged 19, about 11.5J on the back, 10.5 on the front, I think.
Got ya.
Went through so many different wheeled options that you can't actually remember what we went with in the end. But yeah, we managed to get 295 on the back. Probably could have gone with a 305, but yeah, we kept it safe, I think.
And also then going into the interior. Now, looking at it, very kind of standard, like, again, you wouldn't know, right?
Again, I love like the cockpit kind of sort of feel of the Mark IV that came out of the factory, so I wanted to keep it as original as possible. Yeah. Of course, we had to change the gear shifter for the transmission, but other than that, I wanted to really keep the stock feel and stock look of the car.
Wicked. Well, listen, bro, I know you could probably talk for days about this car because so much has went into it, but as a nutshell talk over, I think that's pretty much a good breakdown for people. Nothing left to do but hit the road, I guess, right?
Let's go for it.
Let's go. So sick. Guys, like, I mean, look, if you've been in a lot of 2Js or like, you know, these old school manual cars or whatever it might be, cars of this era, when they're doing that, when they're changing gear like that, it's just such a... Bro, it's a mind... Like, the way this is changed, it's almost like a sequential with the gear, like the ignition car, it sounds like what a sequential would sound like, you know what I mean? But it's just efficient. It's just smiles, bro. Like, it's crazy. Like, I feel like that small turbo is proper aiding it too. Like, you know what I mean? Because you're not waiting for anything, and once it's on, again with the gearbox, it's just on. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I really wanted a setup without any lag. Yeah. I mean, like, people obviously want to go big power and stuff, and there's a place for that. I think it's wicked, it's great. I'd love to do it at some point. But for what I wanted, as I say, like a street car setup, something more practical to put the power down. It's usable, isn't it? It's usable, like, especially with the drivability of like for people who don't know a lot about the ZF8 and they've never really experienced it, from my experience, you know, it's got the ability to shift gears as quick as a DCT, but the much better low speed drivability is what I found. Yeah, I think that's down to the controller. The turbo limit controller really is just so much better than the competition. Yeah. People will eventually find out the more it comes out there. But yeah, hats off to them, really. Yeah. Bro, this it don't mess around. And you know what? I'd like, obviously there's a lot of power coming in very strongly, like pretty much instantly. And I'm not sure if the Cyvex is working its magic or whatever, but it seems to be applying the power really, really well. I think it's a combination of the low spooling turbo and the twin wastegate setup we were talking about. That matched with the kind of, the maps WHIFBITZ put on it. It kind of all just works together. Yeah. Bro, this is unique, man. This is crazy. All right, right, guys, yes, it is that time. It is the gassed up 0 to 60s with a ZF8 speed Toyota Supra. And today's going to be a very interesting one. Obviously, a completely different setup to what people are used to. Pretty much just put your foot down and go, or is there any technique to it that you're going to implement?
There is a trans brake. It's not been dialed in.
Okay.
But let's see what it can do.
Let's see what it can do. All right, well, guys, place your bets at home. What I would say is I think there is a DCT Supra on this rear-wheel drive leaderboard, and he got a rapid 0 to 60. I think it was around a 3.7. So let's hope the stars align and we can get very close or even beat it. Who knows?
Let's see.
Let's see. All right, guys, so it's his first attempt, bro. When you're ready, let's go. Okay, that was a 4.41 second, but I noticed there was a roll on there. This will start recording as soon as you start moving, so I reckon there's a lot to be shaved off that. You want to go again?
100%.
He's going again. All right, guys, so it is his final attempt. Bro, whenever you're ready, let's go. 3.65 seconds. What the hell? I'll put the leaderboard up now and show where you are. I don't know where you're ranking, but that is a strong time from a rear-wheel drive car. Bro, congrats. I forgot how low these Supras are when you hop into them. They're like old school kind of supercars, aren't they, in a respect? I mean, they've definitely got the supercar killer kind of name to them. And in this kind of application, definitely so. And guys, as always with cars like this, crazy creations, high power creations, big cost builds, etc, etc, look out for A-Plan Insurance. You know, I always tell you about them. I work with them very closely, and here at the Gas Gang, officially gassed, we actually have a landing page for you guys to get great insurance deals. So find that down below in the description. If you're ready to insure your car close to renewal, they will look after you. All of my cars are insured by them, and yeah, they really look after us because we look after our cars. So check them out. Shall we hit the road?
Go for it.
Should we see what third gear's saying? All right, let's go. This car is naughty. This car is naughty. And it's planted, isn't it? It is really planted. I take my hat off to the way it's been mapped, and also going back to it, I think that turbo is perfect. It's not too much. That's why you kind of got some confidence to stay on it round, like, you know, I'm not saying round a tight bend, but you know, your long corners. It's predictable. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. That is naughty. That's naughty. Guys, this is, bro, for purists, it's really going to annoy them, isn't it? But I'm telling you, it's kind of the balance you want, like, you know what I mean? Like,
a lot of people say to me, it's like the sweet spot.
Yes.
Having that old school engine, no limiters or anything like that.
Yeah. 100%. I'm very much a sequential guy. I love sequentials. I die for a sequential gearbox.
Right.
But this is like a modern sequential, isn't it? Like, this is the modern equivalent of a sequential in an old car, right?
You can actually use the shifter as well.
As a sequential shifter, yeah. Bro, that's naughty. And it's mad too to think it's got 8 gears. 8 gears over what usually would be in an auto Supra 4, right? Yeah. So you've got double the amount of gears. Like, it's just...
Again, even like a manual 6-speed, 8 gears just gives you more to play with.
Of course. 8 options, bro. Right, 4th. It's naughty, bro. Drop it down one. You smashed it. This is mad. This is absolutely mad. Alright guys, so we're going to end the video here today. Again, another unique experience, bro. I just want to shake you around, man. Thank you so much for bringing this to me, man. I really appreciate it. And to see it work so well, it's like, this has got to be tempting for a lot of people who are thinking going the DCT route or the, what is it, the V150?
The V160,
160.
the V161 it is.
Got ya. So there you go, guys. The UK's first ZF8 speed Mark 4 Supra, and it's been epic. I want to say that, like, again, just off camera we were speaking, like, you know, this is 700 brake, and to people in the Supra world at least, that's not a lot of power. It doesn't seem like a lot of power. I know you wanted the usable kind of feel to it, but what I would say is this would easily, in my opinion, keep up with a 900 brake horsepower manual Supra, just because of that gearbox.
I agree with that.
It makes it that much quicker.
Because the lack of lag as well.
Yeah, you're always on boost.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And you could just drop a gear and disappear. So in that respect, it's very functional, and I've very much enjoyed it. So guys, if you have enjoyed it, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. No socials.
I've got Instagram, BK2J786.
Okay.
And I'll just say again, big up to WHIFBITZ.
Yeah.
They put in all the time and the effort, and I think they've done a good job.
Yeah, no, they smashed it. Honestly, they smashed it. So guys, stay tuned for the next one, and we out.